Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of the Self-Improvement Project. I hope you are all well. I hope whether you've been busy or whether you've been relaxing and having some downtime, that you're always self-improving. It's always good to remember that even if you are resting, that you can still do quite a lot of introspective self-improvement as well. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. I have recently been coaching 3 wonderful listeners, email subscribers, people the last few weeks, and I just have to share how amazing it feels. Obviously, they're great to be coached and amazing to be coached, but the feeling I get of purpose, fulfillment, enjoyment, satisfaction of being able to help others through coaching has honestly been a bit of a revelation for me over the last few weeks. So thank you for those volunteers. I am going to be opening up coaching from January, and probably it'll be an 8-week segment program, and I'm going to keep doing it until I stop enjoying doing it. So it'll be every 8 weeks / 2 months. First one being January, February, next one being March, April, thereon and thereforth. So I just wanted to let you know I'm really enjoying it. It's a form of self-improvement for me, and I just want to keep doing it. So if you fancy some coaching, come along to the website, click on the coaching bit, and you can read more about it. Today's episode is all around this concept of comparison. Now, comparison can be evil. Comparison can be a negative in our life. It's commonly perceived that way, which I'll talk a little bit about. But I'm also going to talk today about using it in a positive light, using it in a positive way to impact on our life. Because comparison, as much as I feel like it would benefit if it didn't exist, it's not going away anytime soon or at any point in our life. So we need to learn how to make the most of it and deal with it. So let's go over the negatives of it. Let's talk about the impact that it can have on us and how it makes us feel, because no matter what stage in life that you are at, comparison always makes you feel worse. Someone else's life looks better. Someone else has something that I want or I think will make me happy. It's natural. It's almost like we're programmed to think like this and ultimately respond like this. It's the easy thing to do when we see something. It's probably how marketing works, with all the psychology and depths of that and how it impacts on us. So how does that influence us? It actually gets us in a bit of a rut. We sometimes don't realise or consciously think about the impact it's having on us. We compare and we instantly make ourselves feel worse about that. Why don't I have that? Why don't I live that great life? And it impacts on our self-worth. I'm not important enough to have that. I don't deserve that happiness, that fortune, etc. And this can be quite a vicious cycle. It can be a rut that we never get out of. Because as soon as we achieve something that we think that we want, we start again. Because our environment has changed. We see things differently. It's like the common analogy of when you think of something, you see more of it. Yellow cars. A certain type of bird. All these things, you notice them more. So this vicious cycle never ends. It's imprisoning us to an extent. So it isn't going away. It's never going to end, this comparison game that we play. Important to note, though, that whenever you're playing this game, you do only ever see a snippet of what that other person is going through and living. Let's use Instagram as the best example here. You see a snapshot of someone's best life. You only see that. You don't see any of the dread or any of the self-doubt that person goes through. And we never acknowledge that. We never acknowledge that that person might be having a tough time. That person isn't where they want to be. We're all playing this game. Just, I guess, at different levels or in our own heads. Let's flip it now. Let's flip it into the good. This game I was referring to, let's define it. Because in this game it's infinite. Nobody wins, nobody loses. There might be goals in your life that you don't achieve, but there will be goals in your life that you do achieve. There'll be things you look back on and are proud of. There are things that you will not. So let's appreciate the fact that this comparison game, you'll never win. But in a more positive light, you'll never lose. Comparison is never going to elude us, so let's use it as inspiration. Be inspired by what someone else has and is portraying that they are living a better life. Use that as inspiration to do it yourself. Use that as inspiration towards, if they can do that and enjoy their life more, so can I. Use it as gentle encouragement. Gentle encouragement to work towards something that you want. It's not the be all and end all, but you might feel a bit better if you work towards it. As I always like to refer to, the chase is better than the goal. We enjoy the process and the journey more than we actually enjoy the destination when we're there. The build-up, it's what we live for. The dance. However, I feel that when we compare in a positive way or in a positive light, a key ingredient to success here is surrounding ourselves with the right people, the right groups, and the right environment. The term I would describe as right would be the word I would use the word healthy. We want healthy comparison. This or these groups of people, these individual people, or these healthy environments are going to help us manifest what we really want in life. Let's use the overused example of a new car, a bigger house, a higher paying job. These are always going to exist. And if you surround yourself with the people and environment and groups that constantly strive towards this, of course you're going to fall into that system. You're going to play that game, even if you want it or not. So what is it that you want? Do you want a higher paying job? Do you want a higher status job? Do you want a bigger house, a newer car? All of these things are fine as long as you're happy knowing that that's what you want. On the flip side, you might want more time to yourself. You might want to live somewhere hotter, sunnier. You might want a less stressful job. You might want to have time at a certain part of the day. You might want a spouse or a friendship group that allows you to be yourself. All of these things are completely subjective to you and only you. But taking responsibility and control for knowing what you want is a very underrated skill in life. So who are these people? Who are these groups? Who are these what are these environments for you? That's what you need to think about. That's who you need to first of all identify and then go and find. We live in this endless world of the online world. Everything is connected. You can find anything or anyone that you want. Just remember, whatever path it is that you choose, whatever line you want to go down, there is always compromise and sacrifice. You will need to compromise part of your life just now to get to where you want to. You will need to sacrifice things that your past or current self has to reach this destination that you want, that you believe will make you happier. There's never a situation where you will not have to compromise and sacrifice on something that impacts on you. And that's us. I'm going to let you sit on those thoughts. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, let me know. Share with me by emailing what you found useful, what you disagree with as well as agree with, and I'll enjoy responding or taking the time to respond as well. If you want more, my email is every Sunday. I'll pop the link in the show notes for you to sign up and receive that email every Sunday. And I hope you have a good week. Keep on self-improving. Keep on making your life what you want. And I will see you next time. Cheers.